I'm Attorney Zach Townsend with Pro Legal Care, here today to talk to you about divorcing with a business. This is not divorcing a business, although it might feel like it. This is divorcing with a business. When one or both spouses have a business and a divorce happens, it can be exceedingly complicated. First, every divorce has an income determination that is made. How much money do the parties make? When you're self-employed, it's pretty difficult to determine that sometimes. It will fluctuate and it will vary, and it will be based on projections sometimes, also market trends and other industry conditions, for example. So determining your income can be very difficult when you're self-employed, when you own a business, because it fluctuates so much and there are so many different ways to make the determination. And make sure to understand that your income as it reflects on your tax return is not necessarily your actual income for child support or maintenance purposes. Maintenance is also known as alimony or spousal support. Another component of every divorce is an asset determination and a debt determination. It's a whole lot harder to do an asset and debt determination, usually, when there is a business involved in the divorce. The concept of a divorce is that everything is a price tag. So, how do you put a price tag on your business? That would be very difficult to do. There are many different ways to value a business. Normally, you would want to have the assistance of a business appraiser or another expert. You would want to make sure that the type of business is taken into account, the classification of the business, how it's structured, whether it's a sole proprietorship, an LLC, an S Corp, or something different. That will very much possibly make a difference. Also, the business liabilities can be very difficult to deal with because they're often projections. And likewise, your business valuation has intangible property. For example, the money that's owed to the business, how is that taken into consideration? There are a lot of moving parts that can make divorcing with a business very difficult. Lastly, the determination of whether the business is marital or non-marital is a very important consideration. If the business was premarital, then it may be non-marital. If the business was paid for with premarital funds, it may be non-marital. If the business was subject to a prenuptial agreement, it may be non-marital. If an asset falls outside of the marital estate, it may not be considered for the purposes of property division in the divorce. So that can make an enormous difference in the outcome of the divorce as to whether or not the business is categorized as marital or non-marital. That's a little bit about divorcing with a business.